What's going on, everybody? It's your girl Asia here, back with another video. I've been banging these videos out. I've been banging content out left and right, but that's not what this video is about. So, check it out. You guys know that I look at everything from a business and marketing lens, right? I look at everything from the perspective of business and marketing because that's just how my brain is trained. While everybody else is looking at the NFL or the NBA and they're watching the action, I'm looking at that logo on that floor, that logo on that stanchion. Then they got the little logo flashing here, flashing there. I'm just looking at all these different business opportunities because that's just what I love. That's what I'm passionate about. So we're gonna dive into a little bit of that today. Um, Apple just announced its Apple Vision Pro headset. Um, yeah, it's gonna retail at 3,500 dollars, so $3,500. And I really feel that this headset is going to be a real game changer when it comes to sports marketing and sports business. And we're going to talk about why. Um, I swear it's just like the Apple ecosystem is just encompassing. It's so encompassing. And although these headsets have been out for a while, AR, VR headsets have been out for a while. Many companies have been doing great things. Meta has been doing great things with their devices, their Quest Pro, their Quest devices. But it seems like when Apple jumps on and produces their solution to AR, virtual reality, augmented reality, when they create the technology and they create the physical product that is the solution or what they think is a solution, it just blows up. It makes it so widestream for everybody. And I think that is attributed to their ecosystem. I am an Apple fangirl. Call it what you want, but I'm in love with Apple. I have an Apple desktop. I have the Apple MacBook Pro. I have the iPhone. I have the Apple AirPod Maxes. I'm just involved in the ecosystem because it just works for me. It's seamless for me. Um, but I do feel that this is really going to be a game changer, and Apple is going to be the one to really uh, lead the industry in monetization for sports businesses and for just sports marketing and sports business as a whole. So let's dive into it. The first thing, the first thing that I think is really going to be changed or is really going to be a benefit is the immersive fan experience. Um, the Apple Vision Pro headset will allow for fans to enjoy that high quality, highly personalized experience by integrating AR just into live sporting events, into having virtual front row seats, right? Having all of those things that are all encompassing of what you can really do with AR and VR from an experience standpoint. So it's really going to help immerse the fan experience and make I wouldn't mind putting on an Apple headset and sitting on my couch and watching courtside, having courtside seats to a game for a subscription, for a price. The subscription model is going to be crazy with this thing. But I wouldn't mind doing that and having, a subscription for the entire NBA season and having courtside seats, essentially season tickets to these games and being able to sit at my home and watch them from the comfort of my home, not having to go out anywhere. I really think, pause, somebody's calling me. Don't you just hate when that happens? I'm not cutting anything out of this video, by the way. But the immersive fan experience is really going to be key when it comes to the use of the Apple Vision Pro, right? And of course, we're going to get into it. So the next thing that I have, and I got my notes pulled up here because I really want to talk about it. The next thing is the enhanced sponsorship opportunities. So sports marketing heavily relies on sponsorships and partnerships, and we know that sponsorship deals bring in the money. The rights to broadcasting rights bring in the money. Media rights bring in the money. And with the Apple Vision Pro, I think that this headset brings exciting opportunities for enhanced sponsorship, enhanced ways that sports marketers, sports leagues, and businesses can really enhance the sponsorship opportunities by including that brand messaging, those promotions into the viewing experience, right? You can partner with different organizations or different AR companies, different technology companies, and really enhance the entire experience and that immersive experience while putting in a sponsor logo here, putting in a sponsor logo there, or putting in, stats presented by so and so. And it really diversifies a portfolio from a sponsorship and partnership perspective, because not only just take it. When we watch a game on TNT or ESPN, they have, the Kia halftime, the State Farm halftime show, stats brought to you by Open Doors, or, stats brought to you by whatever company. Well, now this offers a double layer to that component. You're going to, like, sports, CMOs, CFOs, they're going to be drafting up contracts. Legal is going to be drafting up contracts for augmented reality, for Apple Vision Pro specifically. Disney announced that they will be ready and available the first day that this is released, right? So that tells me a lot. Disney, parent company of ABC, ESPN, they're going to have a lot to say so. They're going to be calling the shots on what's being put in where. So just keep that in mind also. But back to the sponsorship aspect, this now creates a double layer. So not only are you going to have sponsorship contracts for live broadcast, you're going to have sponsors wanting, okay, well, we want to be the sponsor of the virtual broadcast as well. We want to be a sponsor of the augmented reality broadcast as well. So now you have these leagues making bukus of money off of one contract where you can now double the price. Okay, you want your logo, you want to be the presenting sponsor of the halftime show, you want to be the presenting sponsor of the statistics show, or of the statistics, or of the media timeouts, or like, just think about that. Think about that from a sponsorship and marketing perspective. Now there are multiple layers on top of the multiple layers that were already there for the sports industry, for sports business, for the NBA, for NFL, for these leagues to monetize their their IP, their intellectual property. The NBA, the NBPA can now monetize everything, not only from a physical perspective, then we have to talk about the metaverse perspective, but now from the just standalone virtual virtual reality perspective. So yeah, I know I dived into that a lot, but yes, enhanced sponsorship opportunities across the board. And then next we have data-driven fan engagement. So data is very, very important when it comes to business and marketing, especially sports marketing, because you have to take that data and take what the computer and the numbers that it's spitting out to you and put a humanized touch on it, put that human element on it to really put common sense to the numbers and see what it is that we need to do better, what it is that we need to remove. How can we make this experience better for the athlete? How can we make the experience better for the fans, for the sponsors, for the businesses? So all of that comes into data-driven engagement, but most importantly, data-driven fan engagement. So the Apple Vision Pro headset, it really has the potential to revolutionize engagement by leveraging those real-time statistics, leveraging real-time data to understand, okay, this is what this user likes. This is what the behavior and the viewing patterns of this user. When they put on the headset, this is what they're doing first. When they are watching a game, this is what they're looking at first. This is what they're doing at halftime. This is what they're doing during a media timeout. This is what they would like to do. Do they get up? Do they take the headset off during halftime? Do they charge it? Do they put it back on? All of these different things are part of data-driven fan engagement, and sports marketers can then begin to tailor content, offers, promotions, and all of that to the individual fan, so they can hone in on what Nikedria likes or what Asia likes. They can hone in on what Sally Sue down the street does during a media timeout when she has her headset on, or does she take her headset off? So it really helps to develop a personalized approach, and really enhances fan satisfaction, helps to drive engagement, and really just builds a stronger fan community, builds a stronger fan base around around the sport, and enables more monetization opportunities. And we also have to think about this not from a league perspective, but from a team perspective. You have the league, which has its sponsors. You have the teams, which has their sponsors. You have the athletes who have their endorsement deals, and then you have the player associations who handle the group licensing deals for the athletes. So there are so many different components to just to the advancement of this technology and to the Apple Vision Pro headset that I think is really going to change the game for sports marketing. All right. So next, virtual merchandising and ticketing, right? The Apple Vision Pro headset can really transform merchandising and ticketing experience for sports fans. With AR integration, fans can virtually try on merchandise. They can visualize the products in their homes. And some of this is already being used within, Amazon. You can use AR to place something in your room to see how it may look or to see if it'll fit. We can bring that same technology through Apple, the Apple Vision Pro headset, to the fan. They can try on items. They can make informed purchasing decisions. And again, it goes back to that data. You get all of that data real time. All of that data can be used and can be brought to you, brought to the industry, brought to the brought to the teams, brought to the leagues in real time, right? And then of course the virtual ticketing aspect, that's there. Ticketing has become not virtual, but it has become electronic, and especially within COVID times, electronic ticketing was a must. Nobody wanted to touch tickets. Nobody wanted to touch other people. Nobody wanted to get close to anyone. So electronic ticketing, having things on your phone, was happening in real time. Well, now you have the ability to do virtual ticketing. So allowing those fans to, like I said, attend those games virtually, have those courtside seats while also experiencing that immersive viewing, having an immersive viewing experience. And then you have global accessibility. Now, one of the significant benefits of Apple Pro Vision is the potential to enhance the global accessibility to sports fans. The NBA is doing a great job of this. They always have, and their game has been global for years, in China, in Africa with the BAL. And it just has grown so much to where sometimes the NBA isn't really thinking domestic first. They're thinking international first and then domestic second. So with the ability to offer these live streaming and AR experiences, to a global audience, sports organizations can expand their reach beyond measure. Now, the same experience that Johnny got when he got those tickets to the game, those season tickets, those courtside seats, you can offer that globally. You can offer that it's just crazy just thinking about it. Like, you can offer that same experience to someone in Africa, to someone in China, to someone across the world in a remote location, and all they need is Wi-Fi and electricity. Think about that. The same experience that you get sitting at home, or the same experience or close to the same experience that you get going to a game, sitting courtside, or sitting in your level 100 seats, or in your premium seats, your club suite, that same experience for the most part can be offered to someone tens of thousands of miles away. Crazy. So the global accessibility is really going to be key with the Apple Vision Pro headset. And yeah, that's it. So that's all I really got. I just really want to come on here and make this video because I know a lot of people who are like me, who are into the business of sports. They're into the marketing side of sports. There aren't a lot of videos on here for that. So I wanted to make this video and just kind of touch on some of the things that I think that the Apple Pro Vision headset can do for sports business and for the sports marketing landscape. So if you like this video, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up and like it. Make sure you also leave a comment below letting me know your thoughts. Do you think the Apple Pro Vision headset is going to change, is going to enhance the fan experience, the viewing experience, the business landscape of sports and sports marketing? Or do you think it not really matters because it's already been done? Like I said, personally, I think when Apple does anything, it just takes it to a next level, and it pretty much takes things mainstream, even more mainstream than they already are, by putting their flair and putting their spin on it. I do think that this is going to be a great opportunity for businesses. Apple is going to make the money off of the product, and the businesses, the sports leagues are going to make money off of the licensing of their IP. And then businesses are also going to be buying this. This is something at a $3,500 price tag. It almost prices out consumers. It prices in the rich people, almost prices out consumers, but it prices in businesses who are going to use this to develop that fan experience. You know, they're going to use this to make sure that their players are practicing efficiently, making sure that players are getting the most out of their training. Also allowing that behind the scenes content, giving that behind the scenes content to the fan. You can have a media day. Just think about this for a second. I know I was finna close this video up, but just think about this. You can literally have an NBA media day virtually where you don't have to have anybody in the gym. You don't have to take away. You don't have, you can also have that level or that factor as well, but you can have a media experience virtually. Businesses, corporations, newspapers, we have Zoom, but you can actually go behind the scenes, go in the locker rooms, go through the training, the practices, go in depth with these teams, these players, and these organizations. And I really think this is going to be something that businesses really get into. Because like I said, that $3,500 price range, that's a business price. Let's be real. Apple is going to dish these things out to businesses, to developers, to really see what can happen and what can become of this headset. Because it's not up to Apple. Apple is going to produce the product, but it's up to the developers. It's up to the community. It's up to the people who really want to use it or who find it intriguing, that is going to make the most out of it. So I can't wait to see what happens with the headset within sports, within business. I do plan on getting one when it is released for the public, because I'm not probably like the media or anything like that, but I plan to get one when it's released to the public. And yeah, I cannot wait to see what comes. It's going to be interesting. So stick along for the ride. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And in the comment section, make sure you leave your thoughts on how this can enhance not only the sports industry, but just the world as a whole. So many things can happen, from healthcare to, automotive. So many things can happen with this virtual headset. So the Apple Vision Pro, can't wait to see it. Can't wait to get it in my hands. Till the next time, talk to you guys later. Love you guys. Peace.